Construction is a vital industry, ensuring that the public, businesses, and valuables are housed. The post-pandemic world is struggling to keep needed projects outfitted with materials and skilled workers, requiring industry professionals to innovate to meet demands.
There are a variety of materials needed to complete a construction project. This includes top and bottom track, C-studs, partition panels, screws. There's really an excessive amount that goes into a traditional building.
Construction really, it's how much you can do in the field versus how much you can do at a fabrication plant. In the most traditional form of construction, the root parts and pieces, we call it stick building, where every individual part and piece is sent to a job site. It's shook out on the edge of the job site, and then you begin to put every part and piece together. The trends and the desires now are to do a greater percentage of the fabrication in a factory.
In 2023, the industry will need to bring in nearly 590,000 new workers to meet construction demands. The slowdown of construction impacts everyday life. By focusing on innovative construction techniques, industry professionals can overcome labor shortages.
The construction shortage is impacting businesses in a whole wide variety of ways. Really, the supply chain from both labor and materials is really making it very challenging for us to deliver projects on time and in budget. The supply chain, specifically regarding raw materials, concrete is probably one of the most critical elements of construction that we are trying to manage through right now. We have to schedule concrete 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks out in order to even get us in the schedule.
Prior to our Alpha framing system being designed, we utilized a typical load-bearing wall system that many metal erectors use. This requires more manpower in the field, slower production time. With the use of our Alpha framing system, we utilize more in-house fabrication of these products and assembly of the products, as well as pre-punching as many of our items as possible. The system is less taxing on the laborers in the field, utilizes equipment to erect the building as opposed to traditionally working off of ladders to erect these structures.
Leaders in storage structures are revolutionizing how we utilize construction techniques. Storage Structures is the leader of innovation and design for the self-storage industry. Started by Heath Mulkey and Chris Pearson, with the aim of the Alpha framing system to be cleaner, faster, stronger than any other framing systems.
Heath and Chris wanted to solve the two biggest problems of our industry. Number one, in a storage unit, the partition panels for the traditional load-bearing wall system are part of the structure of the building. In other words, the first floor cannot stand and the second floor cannot stand without the partition panels installed. The question was, how do we build a building without putting partitions up? The second industry problem was labor and complexity. The average job was no longer taking 6 months, it was taking 10, 12, 13 months. And the number of laborers in the field that could do the projects, because you have to be able to do both an internal structure of metal and roofing and exterior cladding, there's not a lot of guys that can do that. So they went right at the heart of, how can I more efficiently get my business done? Our goal was to see if we could go 10,000 square feet a week on a consistent basis. That was our target. That's what we wanted to change, because the industry really went about 5,000 square feet a week. The reality is, once we've got done, we've homed it, and we've done it, we now do 15 to 20,000 square feet on a pretty regular basis.
The workflow of Alpha framing has changed for every trade. Because we're on a 10 by 10 grid, it's already laid out for all floors. There are less parts and pieces that are required. Also, there are no partition panels, which allow other trades to get started on their work without having to go in and out the partition panels.
The Alpha framing system is cleaner, faster, stronger, creating an easier, more time-efficient construction. Voted 2022's most innovative product, the Alpha framing system is revolutionizing steel-framed construction and its applications.
Alpha framing is much more efficient due to how much of the products are assembled in the factory, as well as these items being pre-punched. It's much less taxing on the installer. He knows exactly where to put the fasteners, saves them a ton of energy and time at the end of the day.
We're trying to find that middle spot where we provide a product that is as fast as the panelizers go, but is at a significantly lower price point. Most of the affordable housing projects, a lot of the dormitory projects, and even the hotel projects, they've been slammed by all the volatility in wood. They've been slammed with all the volatility in metal. And at this point, they're just trying to find, how can I find what makes sense to get the most square footage built for the most economical outcome?
Team up with storage structures utilizing the Alpha framing system to provide more affordable housing.